This is not a video about replacing your doctor. It's about understanding what your grocery cart can do for your cardiovascular system, and why that conversation is increasingly backed by serious science. Before a single food is mentioned, one thing needs to be said clearly. Hypertension is a medical condition. If you are currently taking medication for blood pressure, do not stop it or change the dose without a supervised plan from your healthcare provider. What you're about to learn is not a substitute for that care. It is a complement to it, a set of tools you can bring to your next appointment and discuss with the person who knows your full medical history. This is educational content presented by an AI-generated presenter. It is not medical advice, and it should never be used as such. With that said, let's talk about what modern nutritional science is actually finding. The relationship between diet and blood pressure is not new. For decades, the DASH diet, dietary approaches to stop hypertension, has been one of the most rigorously studied dietary frameworks in cardiovascular medicine, consistently showing that what you eat can meaningfully influence the force with which your blood moves through your arteries. What has changed in recent years is the precision of the research. Scientists are asking which compounds, in which foods, act through which biological mechanisms. Today, we're going through 5 foods that have accumulated a meaningful body of peer-reviewed clinical research supporting their role in cardiovascular health. Each one operates through a distinct biological pathway. Together, they represent the possibility of building a dietary strategy that works with your body. Let's start with a vegetable that most people already know, but few fully understand. Food number 1, beets. Here's what makes beets genuinely interesting from a cardiovascular standpoint. It has nothing to do with color. It's a compound called dietary nitrate. When you eat beets or drink beet juice, your body initiates a conversion process. Nitrates are converted into nitrites and then into nitric oxide in your bloodstream. And nitric oxide is remarkable. It is one of the body's primary signaling molecules for vascular relaxation. When levels rise, smooth muscle cells lining your arterial walls receive a signal to loosen, to expand, to let blood move through with less resistance. This isn't theoretical. A randomized trial published in the journal Hypertension enrolled 68 hypertensive patients and gave them beetroot juice daily. The study found a reduction in blood pressure measured by clinic measurement, home monitoring, and 24-hour ambulatory monitoring. A meta-analysis in Frontiers in Nutrition found even a 2-millimeter reduction can reduce mortality from ischemic heart disease and stroke. Raw and roasted beets both contain nitrates, but bioavailability varies. Cooking at high heat for prolonged periods may reduce nitrate content. Juicing preserves more of the active compounds. Importantly, mouthwash that kills oral bacteria can blunt the effect. 1 to 2 servings per week as a whole food is a reasonable starting point. Discuss with your physician if you have kidney disease due to oxalates. Food number 2, hibiscus tea. This one surprises people. We tend to think of tea as a pleasant ritual, something mildly beneficial at best. Hibiscus sabdurifa has been used for centuries in West Africa and Latin America. Modern clinical science has taken that tradition seriously. The primary active compounds in hibiscus are anthocyanins. These compounds compete with the active site of an enzyme called ACE. If that sounds familiar, it's because ACE inhibitors are common medications. Hibiscus appears to operate through a similar mechanism, blocking angiotensin II. A trial compared a standardized hibiscus extract to lisinopril. Hibiscus decreased blood pressure from an average of 146/97 to 129/85. A systematic review of 26 trials concluded the effects were not discernible from those of commonly used pharmaceuticals for stage 1 hypertension. Nuances. Hibiscus shouldn't be taken with ACE inhibitors without discussion. Statins and severe hypertension also warrant careful professional guidance. The practical approach. 3 cups of hibiscus tea daily. It is tart and vivid. Think of it as a ritual your cardiovascular system recognizes at a molecular level. Food number 3, pistachios. Everyone thinks of bananas when potassium is mentioned, but pistachios bring something that bananas don't, earning their place on this list. Potassium critical for blood pressure because it works in opposition to sodium. It helps flush sodium out through your kidneys, easing vascular pressure. A Penn State study found reductions in systolic pressure after diets, incorporating different amounts of pistachios into all meals. Pistachios significantly reduce total peripheral resistance, the tension, throughout your entire arterial network, easing the heart's work. A study in adults with type 2 diabetes showed significant reductions, observed during sleep. A 1-ounce serving, about 49 nuts, is the goal. Food number 4, high-quality dark chocolate, at least 70% cacao. This is about flavanols, not the sugary confections in most candy bars. We are talking about a dense concentration of compounds called flavanols, specifically epicatechin and its forms that have robust clinical evidence. The primary mechanism is endothelial function, the single-cell thick lining of every blood vessel in your body, restoring the capacity to dilate. A meta-analysis showed dark chocolate increased flow-mediated dilation, representing a meaningful reduction in cardiovascular risk. The practical rule, 70% cacao minimum, 1 to 2 small squares daily. Avoid milk chocolate entirely. Processing strips the medicine from the cacao. Food number 5, pumpkin seeds. This brings something foundational. It brings magnesium, the master mineral for cardiovascular regulation. Magnesium acts as a natural calcium channel modulator. It keeps arterial smooth muscles relaxed and the vessels open. The problem? A significant portion of older adults are chronically deficient. Magnesium is not routinely tested in standard blood panels. A meta-analysis of 34 trials found significant reductions in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure with supplementation. Pumpkin seeds are one of the most concentrated dietary sources of magnesium. 1 ounce provides roughly 40% of the daily recommended intake. Let's bring all 5 together. The real power isn't in any single food. It's in what happens when you build a consistent dietary pattern. Beets flood your blood with nitrate for nitric oxide. Hibiscus inhibits the enzymes that constrict your arteries. Dark chocolate restores your endothelium responsiveness. Pumpkin seeds underpin relaxation at the cellular level. These pathways are additive. A daily framework: morning hibiscus tea with breakfast, midday pistachios, afternoon dark chocolate with another cup of tea if desired, dinner with beets added to a salad or blended into a soup, evening pumpkin seeds added to yogurt or eaten on their own. These foods work best as part of a broader cardiovascular lifestyle. Regular movement, sodium reduction, and sleep quality remain fundamental. Final reminder, if you are on medication, some of these foods can interact. Bring this list to your next appointment. Ask your doctor what they think. The goal isn't a number, it's a stronger, more resilient system. What you are building with food and movement is infrastructure. Leave a comment with heart health if you're ready. Share this video. Stay active, eat well, and I'll see you in the next video.